In some way, shape, and form, we are going to get the Inhumans that we should have had all along. Most of us believe, and there's good reason to believe it, is that the Inhumans will get a proper reboot and reintroduction in the upcoming Ms. Marvel. So today we're going to talk about how exactly they're going to address the previous flop on ABC and what happens with the Inhumans next. If you are going to do Ms. Marvel the right way, you have to acknowledge her Inhuman connection because she is a Inhuman. This is a big factor into her entire story, origin, and how they present her powers. If you're going to suddenly change her into something like a mutant, that just doesn't make sense, and that does a disservice 1 to mutants, 2 to the Inhumans, 3 to Ms. Marvel. So let's not go down that route. Now recently, people brought up old rumors that were started by the one and only Roger Wardell, who recently people have highlighted was right on many things he predicted / dropped on the internet in relation to WandaVision, and more people have recently said that this is how this is going to play out. And that's the fact that the Inhumans are getting a complete reboot, completely recasting everybody and starting from the ground up. But here's the kicker, and this is the most interesting part. The ABC series that happened, the flop that nobody liked, that's still in continuity, and it will actually be mentioned and very prominent in the upcoming Ms. Marvel. Now you're probably scratching your head going, okay, how does that work? Well, apparently what he said is the way they're gonna do it, and the Inhumans will actually openly acknowledge the TV series as in continuity. AKA ABC, the TV station, is a part of the MCU. They're one of the many news stations because they're owned by Disney. Well, they will actually have billboards, advertisements, TV spots, and posters throughout town about the ABC Inhumans program that's on the air. AKA the one that's on ABC, that will be positioned as a sort of in-universe product based on the Inhumans, while the real Inhumans are actually part of the MCU and getting rebooted. So sort of acknowledging, hey, you know that terrible show? Haha, yeah, it's terrible. Well, guess what? It's in continuity because they're just doing their own Inhuman story based on the real Inhumans popping up. And this way, it sort of saves you, but at the same time, it's probably the smartest way to go about it, because if you really think about it, what else do you do? And if you really think of it this way and sort of how they could use this to their advantage, it's sort of like all those fake movies we saw before where they're teasing something like Hunting Hydra, for example, right? Or those little mockumentary movies that have been positioned through the MCU a couple of times. Well, there you go. This can be one of them. And if people are inclined to see what the hell this thing was, they can go watch it on Disney Plus because it's on there. But they realize, oh, that's not actually in continuity, it's this thing, while the Inhumans openly go, yeah, that's just a terrible TV series based on us, that's not what we're actually like. So this honestly would be pretty great, and it's probably the best way to handle this. And if this ends up being true, this is a perfect way to save this unique franchise that should not have been botched so bad.